What is up YouTube, I'm Royal and today I'm finally playing some ADC. Everybody in my comments is spamming me, Royal, you should play ADC, why no ADC games? Well, here we go. The reason why no ADC games is because ADC is the most team reliant role. You rely on your support in the early game, on your team to set you up later into the game. However, we're playing ADC, we're in Master tier and we're looking to get Grandmaster on our adventure to Sovereign. You guys all asked for it, so here's how to play ADC. Exactly what I mean, my support level 1 misses her mantra first ability. I didn't even know that was possible to miss on Karma, that hitbox is insane. Anyway, so the first thing we need to focus on is our matchup. We're playing Karma Ezreal versus Lulu Tristana, a very favorable matchup for us because we outranged them in the early game. And this is what I'm gonna focus on in the early game. Both my first ability range and even my ult attacks are longer than Tristana's and Lulu's. So look how I'm kiting, I'm going in, I'm getting my ult attack off and then backing off before they can ult attack me. I've done that already and I will continue to do it throughout the lane. And this is an opportunity for me to go in on the Lulu and I just burst her down before she can survive. I exhausted Tristana, my support is running away. I do hit my first ability on the minion and do go down. I should have probably flashed to rearrange myself and I hit my first ability. But my support could also walk up and get a couple ult attacks on, or even tank some ult attacks so I can finish off the kill, but instead she runs away. And this is why I hate playing ADC, but we will still get the first blood, so overall this is not a bad trade for us. That's still putting us ahead and we have a wave pushing into us, so everything is Gucci. We're still gonna be ahead in gold when everything is said or done. And we do want to snowball this laning phase because we do have a winning matchup and we don't want to play late game versus Tristana Lulu, which is a nopey busted combo. When we get our ultis, we're going to be a lot stronger than them too. Our burst with Karma and Ezreal ult is going to be absolutely insane. So like I said, the goal of this laning phase is to poke them down, abuse our longer range, and then burst them down when they're low HP. In extended long fights, when Tristana is able to stack her lethal tempo, we're always gonna lose. So we're going for sword trades, max range, to try and avoid as much damage. Here comes the enemy Lee Sin. However, we're playing Karma Ezreal and it's impossible to gank us when they have a Lulu Tristana because their gank setup is very low and we have such great gank escape with her shield, her speed up, and my third ability Flash, right? Tristana is having such a hard time auto-attacking us and we're staying out of her range all the time while still doing so much damage to them. That's exactly how you want to be playing this lane when you have a range advantage. Now Tristana is very low HP, Lulu's pretty low HP, and we have our level 5s when they don't, so this is our time to shine. The Lulu does step up a little bit to bait the Lee Sin gank, instantly exhaust the Lee Sin when she goes in for the kick, and we're able to get the Lulu, get the Lee Sin. And I'm gonna flash for the Tristana, that flashes away, and I whiff my first ability, but she barriers anyway. So I wouldn't have gotten the kill. But Lee Sin came in for the gank, we had our level 5s, they didn't, so we were able to kill them on the 3v2, kill 2 of them, and make the Tristana back off. So we're gonna push the wave and we're gonna go and get our mana immune. So in Ezreal you have the choice of Essence Reaver or mana immune. I've seen a lot of builds that go both. I prefer to go Mana Immune Rush and then go into my Trinity Force. This is the build that I find the most success with. So this one I'm gonna build, even though I'm sure the other builds have a lot of validity to them as well. Coming back to lane, now we want to stack our tier as fast as possible so we can get our upgraded Mana Immune. We'll continue playing the lane the exact same way, even though we have an advantage. Only going for short trades, never for long ones, poking them down as much as we can. Look at them run away, they have no hope. You can just keep poking them down over and over again. The objective spawn in 30 seconds, so we do want to have that prio. So poking them down right now is very beneficial because it means they won't be available for the objective fight. And I'm going to keep pushing the wave since we want to get the priority for the objectives. And when they're lasting on their turret, that gives us an opportunity to poke them down. It looks like Tristana based, and that gives us an opportunity to get so many free platings right here. And platings are so good for early game gold. Whenever you can get platings, you should definitely be going for it. So I'm thinking if I should base here, but I decide the right play to make is to just push the wave, get that priority, and help my jungler. Because it seems like we're going to be splitting objectives. They're going to go for Herald and we're going to go for Dragon. So push in the wave and go help my jungler while the enemy bot lane deals with the wave. The enemy dual lane, I guess we're top lane in this situation. So now I'm gonna push one more wave and look to back off and spend my 1500 gold. I don't want to fight them when I have this much gold on me, right? That's wasted resources. So we're gonna push the wave. Don't feel bad about using your ulti to wave clear on Ezreal. The cooldown is so low. It's what, 45 seconds cooldown? 45-second cooldown or like 50 seconds. And it becomes lower and lower every time you hit your first ability, right? So spam your ulti as much as you want on Ezreal. This is an ability that you need to be holding on to. So the enemies are also trying to push back and finally get some platings, and that's what we want to avoid. So I'm going to immediately start hitting the wave and try to not let them get any platings. They're going to back away as they see Karma. So now we're approaching the mid game, and our goal is to finish up the turret. We're pretty far ahead from the enemy dual lane, so it should be no problem for us to push the wave, poke them under turret, get them to eventually base, and we can just get the turret. And that's what I'm doing here. Just throwing my abilities, poking them as much as possible. I miss my ult, but they do heal anyway. Me and Karma are just poking them under turret. We're gonna push another wave and poke them again. I do see Veigar coming, so I'm gonna respect the roam and play safer and let my Yasuo get resources mid lane, right? Veigar is not mid lane, he's missing farm, my Yasuo is getting turret platings. There's no reason for me to walk up and risk dying for absolutely no reason. We're already gonna get the win if I just do nothing. Lee Sin is also topside. Now we see Veigar mid lane, and he missed a wave mid, and so he lost resources, and Yasuo got free turret plating, so we gained resources. And he didn't gain anything top lane because we played safe. We're continuing to go for quick burst trades until they're very low. Tristana is very low now, so I go for my combo. I go out of vision. You see how I go out of vision to throw my ultimate, so Tristana is not sure if I'm ulting or where I'm ulting. So that's a quick tip for all you Ezreal players out there. I think he's smurfing in mid. So I'm gonna stay top lane so I can get the turret. The wave is finally here. We're approaching our Trinity Force power spike as well. When we have Trinity Force plus our stacked mana immune, we become truly unstoppable. So I'm checking how much gold I need, and I realized that I do need 100 more gold. So I don't want to base right now and wait 100 gold in base. That's too much. It's like 120 actually. So I definitely don't want to wait in base. So I'm going to wait for one more wave before I recall. This is a little greedy, but it should be okay because we can see most people on the map. They just had to fight mid. So there's no one here. I'm playing Ezreal, so I'm very safe. So we finally stacked our mana immune, and we're going to have our Trinity Force mana immune power spike very early into the game because of all the turret platings we're able to get, and of course the 3 kills. I decided to go before, as you saw, for the healing boots. Mage boots are also a great option on Ezreal, but I decided healing boots this game would be better. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, mage boots I think might have even been better. So I'm giving up the top turret to help out mid because I no longer want to be in the side lane. I want to let my Jax and Yasuo deal with the side lane, and I mostly want to be mid lane. Ideally, I should have pushed out the wave first and then joined mid lane, so we wouldn't give up the free turret. But by them not responding and staying top lane, we do get the mid lane turret, which is way more important than the side lane turrets. So even though we didn't necessarily need to give up the top lane turret, by them not responding and defending the mid lane turret, we trade 1 for 1, which is beneficial for us because we want to get that mid lane turret. It's more valuable than the side lane turrets because it opens up the map and the jungle a lot more. So a little fight breaks down in the bot lane. We do get stunned by the Veigar kid, which I couldn't see. Lee Sin does go down. We're maximizing our range, right? I'm trying not to go too close to them. But Tristana Lulu is doing so much damage that it's really hard to take this fight when we're just walking into them, right? So I just don't have the damage right now. Ideally, we want to burst them down. We don't want to get in these long fights where Tristana is just auto-attacking, DPSing me down. Jax took advantage of my roam and is taking mid lane tower. That's something I shouldn't have allowed. However, in exchange, Yasuo is going to be taking the top lane turret, it seems. Actually, is he? Yep, he does get it, but he probably goes down for being overextended. This was a bit of a mistake on my part. I definitely should have defended that mid lane turret instead of just staying bot lane for an extended period of time. And now the dragon is gonna spawn. We are in a 4v5 situation. Oh, it's actually very low. Our jungler is getting in there though. So he does steal it, and now we're doing the rest of the fight. We're gonna gang up on this Tristana. Even without the Lulu, she almost killed us 2v1. So this Tristana can be a menace when she stacks up her PD and lethal tempo. So like I said, we wanna be going for the short burst trades. We don't wanna be going in these long fights versus Tristana. We're gonna clear the top wave, go to base, and start building towards our Rift Maker. Now we're getting to the point in the game where we really need to shine as an ADC during those team fights. We want to be that backline damage threat. But my team is doing great without me. Even the Teemo. Pop off, Teemo. And like you've been seeing this entire game, I'm also farming as many resources as I can. My role needs resources. When you play ADC, you need to have the most gold in the game because your damage is based on your items. So whenever I can, I'm farming our team's jungle camps, the enemy team's jungle camps, side waves. I'm maximizing my farm. Like right now, there's nothing for me to get mid lane. I already took the Raptors. I'm gonna go top lane. I'm gonna go for those minions top. I'm gonna get the Krugs. I'm gonna get as many resources as I can. And like I said, don't be afraid to use your ult to farm on Ezreal. It's on a very low cooldown. You don't need to worry about it. It's already in a 30-second cooldown. I'm using my first ability. 23-second cooldown. It's so quick, so don't be afraid to use your ultimate. Here comes Tristana, but Lulu's there, so I don't want to be too greedy. I'm just looking for a little bit of poke. I'm keeping my third ability up so I can escape. Kind of waiting for them to misstep. Karma is going in, Lee Sin is here. I get the instant exhaust, and they all line up for my ultimate, and Shyvana is able to come and help me clean up. So we kept our distance, we stayed high HP, we used our exhaust correctly, and we're able to win this fight. Unfortunately, Karma does go down. We do have enough gold for a Rift Maker, so we don't want to overstay and overextend. We don't want to overstay our welcome. So we're going to back off and get Rift Maker. So for our next item, I'm not 100% sure what I want yet. I don't think Blade is great this game since the enemies don't have a lot of HP, high HP targets. We could go for a GA. We could go for a couple different things. We could even go for Essence Reaver right now. It would still be an okay buy. My team's actually gonna rush Baron, which is a great call from the Shyvana. Lee Sin is coming, but Yasuo is zoning him out. And with the help of my ult, he won't even have a chance to steal it. So we get the Baron, and now I can go in. I'm feeling strong. We have the 4v5 advantage. Oh, this guy walked back to try and stun us. He can just jump in. We're very strong. We have Baron buff. I'm even gonna flash in and try to go out. Our mobility on Ezreal is just so insane with our low cooldown blink, like our low cooldown flash and our third ability. And maybe we'll look to end the game with the Baron buff. Using my ulti to poke down the enemies. I'm taking the next a little bit to keep my minions HP health high. And with these last few minions, we should be able to end the game. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more Wild Rift content.